Oh, what can I say? What can I say? I don't know about you guys, but yesterday was pretty exhausting for me. What a day. A funeral of a friend, a copyright strike, threats of legal action, battles going on behind the scenes, allies rallying to the cause. It was an exhausting day with lots happening, lots of heated feelings, tempers barely under control, mine included. Where to start? First off, I gotta thank the Vindicator, Dino Bain, Abathasa X. Sorry, mate, I never can pronounce your name. And all the others who rallied around to support our channel after I received a copyright strike from Paul Thorpe. Suppose better talk about that first. The copyright strike. Technically, Paul Thorpe was in the right. I did use, I haven't checked, but I'm guessing it's about 8 minutes. I did use 8 minutes of his content where he was saying what he thought of Rupert Lowe and other prominent politicians. Yeah, I should really have spoke over the first 4 minutes, but I let it run on too long. I was fiddling with something or doing something, and so I didn't. It went for 8 minutes. So technically, Paul Thorpe was in the right with regards to that. That's a lesson I've learned, by the way. So an emotional price to pay, but a lesson learned nevertheless. So the copyright strike arrives. I send an email to Paul Thorpe, effectively saying withdraw the claim or else, there's going to be legal action. Paul Thorpe doubles down and comes back and says, bring it on. And then I say, right, game on. We're up for it. Lawyer up. Outside of the emails, supporters on both sides are getting heated right up, obviously. They want to support the side that supports their beliefs. So they go at each other. Supporters of the Green Arrow, myself, are demanding that Paul takes down the copyright strike. Excuse me, pause, Paul. There are funny moments. My wife asks what's happening, and I've said, oh, we're back to the old days. She gives me that look, worse than Dino's look. And I say, we better get prepared for some legal action, babe. I should have jumped into a lion's cage. Anyhow, that was settled. So starts looking at the accounts and stuff like that. And I'm thinking, right, how much am I going to need and stuff like that, because I will not back down. At any rate, we start in the evening. Then there's a kind of an official war council over on the Vindicator side, and they're outraged because they've been attacked by Paul Thorpe as well. And Dino Bain's we've all attacked the opposing sides with passion, as you would expect. Some of us with more passion than others. So everyone's kind of outraged. Anyhow, who should come into the live stream, into the lion's den, was Paul Thorpe himself. And I have to give him credit there. I have to give him credit because he walked into a live stream on, if you like it, call it an enemy site, yeah, full of Dynabane supporters, Vindicator supporters, all the patriotic supporters are in there, and Paul Thorpe walks in. Well, it couldn't have been much fun for Paul Thorpe, but he did it. I got to hand him to that. Then again, he's a salesman, and you know how tough salesmen can be. Yeah, I've had great fun with salesmen, so he did. It started off, well, a bit of shouting back and forth, each accusing each other. I obviously went for Paul, and about the copyright strike on our channel, and I felt I was getting somewhere. I really thought that if I could just talk to Paul alone, we could resolve this in some way, because nobody wants to be at war, really. We should be attacking our enemies, not those who are likely to vote for Restore Britain, because at the end of the day, Paul Thorpe would vote for Restore Britain, yeah. But other people obviously had their issues with Paul, and obviously being Vindicator's live stream, he had a lot to ask Paul, and Paul had a lot to respond to. And then Dino had his puppet responding. Poor Abatha Rex was sat up in the corner, and I was looking, and I'd been put in the quiet room, and so I was boiling away like a kettle in the timeout area and couldn't get in there. So after much back and forth, and they were really having a go, I thought, oh, bugger this, for a game of soldiers. I'm off to listen to some music and chill out. And I sent an email to Paul Thorpe offering to go one-on-one with him in his room. Unbeknownst to me, over on Vindicator's channel, watchers were still demanding that Paul remove the strike. And eventually it sort of calmed down, or so I've been told now, because I'm over in the Green Arrow room just chilling with some music and relaxing. But I think they kind of resolved their differences over there, and they've agreed to get together and talk again in the future, which is really good. Now, I was receiving reports from the front line from some of the Green Arrows who were in the room, and there were indications that Paul would mail me about the copyright strike. Now, whether Paul had received my email, which I had sent earlier when I returned to the Green Arrow room, I don't know. He may have been informed, or Paul may have realised that by attacking me, the Green Arrow channel, wasn't doing him any favours at all. It wasn't doing him any favours. So what was Paul's options? Well, if I was Paul, I would have withdrawn the copyright strike as well. If I cared enough about my channel and my revenue stream, if you like. Then again, listening to some of the questions that Vindicator asked him and Dynabane asked him if he regretted some of his actions in the past and some of the things he said, Paul Thorpe said he did. And yeah, I can believe that. We can all say the wrong thing at times. I do it often on here. We all do it. Vindicator, Dynabane, the Gobster, they all do it. Yeah. So he said he was sorry. Vindicator and I think Dynabane, on one occasion, one of them produced actual evidence to support what they said. Oh, so what was the upshot of it? Well, if Paul hadn't removed the copyright strike, then it would have been a war, a real war, because I wouldn't back down, never back down. It would have been financially harmful to both Paul and myself and our families. But fortunately, peace prevailed and may actually bring about peace between, if you like, our two factions, who I'm sure both want the same thing. Who both want a happy ending for our country, but we see that ending in different ways. Yeah, I mean, Paul Thorpe said that he would like to see, I think, what did he say? An indigenous white population. He'd be happy with an indigenous white population of 90%. Well, 90% for me would work. I'd prefer, well, I'll be completely honest, 100%. Yeah, but 95% would work for me. 90% would work for me. I mean, if Paul Thorpe goes down that path and promotes that kind of, what's the word, not statistics, proportions or whatever, you know what I mean, I'd be happy with that. So, is there anything else? Pause, Paul. Well, so the copyright strike is removed, yeah, which is good. There's I think a sort of peace, a fragile peace. I'm not going to be attacking Paul Thorpe. I'm not even going to attack Richard Inman, to be honest. His channel has been wiped out. That must hurt a lot. I know how I'd feel if I was to lose you guys. Yeah, that would hurt. I mean, to lose the support or trust of your followers must be a terrible thing. A terrible thing. I wouldn't be able to show my face if I thought I'd lost your trust. So there's peace, sort of. And then I was thinking about that scene in Blackadder goes forth, you know, just before they go over the top. And they think the guns have gone silent because there's peace. Peace in our times. The Great War, 1914, 1917. And then the whistles blew and they went over the top. Huh? Well, that's what it was like. Oh, I hope Paul Thorpe is genuine. I don't know if he is. He may come out and be a bigger ethno-nat than Steve Laws and Mark Collett rolled into one. You know, who can tell? Who can tell what he will do? I'm sure he'll survive though. And people, I can't, it's too funny. Okay, guys, I think that's kind of, you're up to speed. The copyright strike has been removed. The support from, I won't name you individually, there were too many of you, and I might miss someone, and I would hate to do that. But your support in the comment sections over on Vindicator stream and on the stream in our channel later on was brilliant. Yeah. Okay, guys, let's get back to work. I'm going to get this out. Not that. I'm not getting that out. Nice out. Get mine out. And do a live stream and chill. I understand that Bad Wolf has got a new video out. I think it's the part of a series. It's going to be a saga. It's going to be epic. Don't talk about the Iliad, yeah, or Lord of the Rings. The emotions yesterday around the internet for all those involved must have been terrible and tremendous, because you could feel it. If it's possible, you could sense it in the live streams, the emotions, the tension. And Bad Wolf's done a song about it, or part one, in which he sings about Vindicator's live stream, and everybody's in it. Well, I'm not in it. I'm in the dungeon. Okay, guys, you've been listening to Paul Morris, The Green Arrow. I go out through the door and then bang. See you on the next one, guys. And thanks for taking down the strike, Paul. Perhaps we will have that chat one day.